Hey Gemini, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your second half of general reading here. Let's talk about this meditation that I just did for y'all. Inner movement and stillness. Those are the words that I heard. Inner movement and stillness. I saw 3 animals come through. The first was the giraffe, right? Which is about foresight, seeing things from that higher perspective, yet it is still an earth animal, so remaining rooted and still while doing so. Okay. Then I also saw a crocodile. Interesting. Also about sight, because within the crocodile's vision, it holds the energy of the dragon, which is about being able to see oneself and others clearly from all angles and perspectives, okay, and seeing all timelines. Crocodiles also are masters of knowing when to move and when to be still. Again, it's this inner movement and stillness that I'm feeling. And I also saw a hawk, okay? A hawk, again, about sight and seeing. The hawk is an expert at seeing things macroscopically, right? The big picture, and microscopically, these smaller details and finer print of things simultaneously and equally as well. So back in the day, if anyone knows what I'm talking about with this, back in the day before we had, these gadgets, these maps on our phones that told us where to go when we were taking a trip, we used to have these things. You would get them through the AAA here in the States, right? Like a trip planner, and it was called a triptych. So if you're planning to go on a trip, you would, get your triptych, you would tell AAA where you were going, and then they would give you this book of like, these are the roads you take, this is how you avoid traffic. Oh, you want the scenic route? Then go this way. And oh, if you want to do that, then there's this great, cafe off this exit that has 5-star reviews. And then it's literally like triptyching you for your best life. And they would hand you this, and that would be your very thorough and detailed map of, just like on the timer, brilliant, about where you're going, how to get there, and also opportunities to stop and smell the roses along the way. Why do I feel like that's so pertinent? I'm hearing scenic route, direct route. There's the most direct route, and then there's the scenic route. I'm really hearing that for you guys, and it's interesting. It's the inner movement and stillness. I'm getting this feeling that during this time, you have a unique opportunity to create your triptych. Creating your own triptych. It feels like more than just creating a map, though. It feels like creating a triptych about where you want to go, and if you want where do you want to take the direct route, and where do you want to take the scenic route? Where is there room for give and take, and a little? Where can you loosen and lax timelines around when you want to achieve something or when you want something to happen by, and then on the other side of that, where do you want, no, I don't want to lax that. I want to speed this up. I want the direct route on this aspect of my life or this development. And I can allow a scenic route here. Fascinating. Let's get an animal energy. Second half of Gemini's here. Oh, I like it. Ooh, at the bottom is the starfish. Oh yeah, we gonna take that though. So we have the elephant out first here, which okay, let's talk about this. So the elephant is the remover of obstacles. It's kind of like that really gentle tower energy, right? The elephant comes along and says, anything that is, in your path that is keeping you from your highest and best good, I'm just going to come gently along and go boop, boop, boop. Wait a minute. Weird. Okay. See how these tusks are 2 different lengths? Why is that? Remember how I was saying, where do you want to take the scenic route, which I feel like is indicated by the longer tusk, and then the more direct route, which I feel like is the shorter tusk? An opportunity for you to really sit down and create that triptych for yourself right now. Interesting. Fire, flames of transformation and change. Inner movement and stillness. Why do I feel like the fire is indicating that as well? Fires can be, if you think about a fire pit, for example, right? How much you feed that fire is going to directly influence how much it grows, and you give it more air and more life and more fuel to work with. It'll grow, or you can keep it low and slow. There's something about the 2 different speeds, pace, or direct or indirect route to something, right? One is not better than the other. It's more about what do you want, right? I'm also being drawn to the fact that that saying of they got a memory like an elephant. There's something about this. I do feel like you also have an opportunity to call upon the wisdom or guidance of your ancestors. These can be ancestors that have passed or elders in your atmosphere for their sage advice and counsel. Perhaps people who are of an age where they have lived to see times that they came through and have a, very valuable perspective on perhaps what's happening currently, for example. Okay? From a global perspective, but also on your personal perspective as well. I feel someone's talking to ancestors or elders. Okay? Yeah, starfish, that's what it is. I love this Aquarius energy here. Starfish is really about two things. Number one, it's wish fulfillment. Yay, who doesn't love that? But it's also about the physical appearance and state of things. I feel like this is directly speaking to when I'm talking about getting your triptych and your plan together, about, what you want to achieve and the road there. I feel like it's high optionality for you, and all you have to do around what you desire, as indicated by the starfish, is the other aspect of the starfish is to get the details down, the physical aspect of details down of it, and then you can have that, right? It's about setting up these road markers and going, okay, this is what it is, right? This is the point that I want to hit by this time. Or, I thought I wanted this to manifest, by the end of spring, but now I'm like, I can do the scenic route on this because it's going to give me more time to take a direct route around the career. Does that make sense? I'm also hearing what brings you the greatest joy. Okay, it's funny because this whole thing, it's like both things. I feel like there's an aspect of looking at what brings me the great joy. Would I rather take a scenic route with the thing that brings me the greater joy, or would I rather take this, or would I rather a more direct route towards that? It's really up to you, and there's no right or wrong answer here. I keep feeling someone or someones who are elders who are going to have really good advice around this, okay? But you are being tasked to create your own menu and your own path forward around your own personal wish fulfillment. I'm getting that as opposed to the elephant being an external force that is affecting you and removing obstacles, I feel like you're the elephant. I'm also, again, with this fire thing. Remember how I said like a fire pit and what you add or detract will determine the life of the fire and the size of the blaze and the heat that radiates off of it or emanates off of it. And then we have water energy here. See how we're seeing inner movement and stillness, these two opposing aspects coming together as one. I feel like you're looking at a lot of different sides or angles of something or some things. Very cool. And you're able to do that as the beautiful air sign that you are. Also as the twins, right? Again, with that hawk energy, you're able to see, different sides and aspects just simultaneously and equally as well. So right on. Let's see what's going on for my Gemini second half of March. Ooh, happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, I can't. Two of Swords. Are we not talking about duality in this and that and both things and inner movement and stillness? The Two of Swords, this is inner movement and stillness, people. Inner movement and stillness. I'm also getting a special message around the new moon that's coming up here on the 24th, okay, as we go into Aries season. It is a high time for manifestation. It is as we go into that moon cycle, it's a really beautiful time to get specific on what you desire and how you desire it and in what timing you desire it. This is not always the case. We don't always have this kind of optionality, but it's in the air for y'all right now, okay? So be the elephant, right? Get that triptych together. Does anyone get that triptych reference? Let me know in the comments, though. I just aged myself a little bit, but we are where we are. So traditionally speaking, Two of Swords can be a state of inner peace, but this is about taking a moment, sword sign repping the air sign that you are here, taking a moment out to sit and be still, but active in your mind space, right? Again, the inner movement and stillness and going, okay, I want to just take a pause so that I can gather all of the information and see everything from every different aspect and angle so that I can then get up and go onward forth with all the information needed, required, and desired. I also want to point out the fact that Homegirl is literally sitting by, it looks like an ocean to me, and we have the starfish here as well, okay? Salt baths. Salt baths can be really good, especially for anyone who's, who is an empath, which means you feel other people's feelings as your own, or even if you're an HSP, a highly sensitive person, taking some salt bath is going to be really helpful right now, especially with what is going on collectively, making sure that what you're feeling is your own. And I want to point something out. If you're feeling a type of way, let's say that you are feeling pretty good and grounded and peaceful, and then you have a phone call with someone, or you get a text message from someone, or you run into someone, and then you just feel icky afterwards, that likely indicates that you took on some energy that wasn't completely yours. Okay, so, oh, and on the timer. And salt bath can be really helpful with that, but just taking a moment to kind of observe and acknowledge what is and isn't yours. And when you do that, then you don't have to hang on to anything that isn't yours, right? Oh my God. Ten of Pentacles. Guess what? This is about ancestors. Hello. So are elephants. They're all up in this reading. And look, you got the Ten of Pentacles. Look at all these stars, stars, stars. I like it so much. So traditionally speaking, Ten of Pentacles is happy home and family with material abundance. And again, like I said, it's about the elders and the ancestors and the history and the, shared story aspect of family, blood and ties, all of that good stuff, right? I'm getting the image of someone sitting down and telling stories, right? That oral tradition of passing along stories and histories and family histories. It feels really pertinent. You could be drawing from your own family history for inspiration as you speak to your elders. Or if you have children, you could be, telling them stories and you are the elder in that situation. It's going to be different for everybody. But either way, Pentacles, you better get it, Gemini. And this is really beautiful because we've been talking a lot about, deciding what do you want to take the scenic route towards and what do you want to take the direct route towards. And remember how I said there's no right or wrong way? You take a moment, a time out to have some just be in your own energy, inner movement and stillness, not using your eyes to discern, but using your higher self and your upper chakras and, your inner knowing around that inner movement and stillness to get really clear on things, and boom, it lands you straight into the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like it's like a hop, skip, and a leap right into this Ten of Pentacles here. And maybe this is what's on your mind. Maybe this is what you're really thinking about right now, where it's like it's financial prosperity and security so that I can support, take care of a family or grow a family unit or establish a family unit, right? Very good. Very good. What else is going on? I can't tell you how good this feels, Gemini. I've done several readings today, and this by far feels the most feels the most positive. 8 of Wands. Why are you giving me such life right now, Gemini? I really needed this. You're giving me life. 8 of Wands, darlings. This is Cupid's arrows of love, but of course this is travel as well. There's a lot of communication back and forth. I also want to point out this triptych. We've been talking about going on a trip, and then we got homegirl right here riding off on her motorcycle down a road, and I really, really like it a lot. Remember, you are the elephant. That's what it is. You are the elephant moving towards what you desire, right? And if you think about it, sailors traditionally and travelers would look to the North Star for guidance and direction, right? What's happening? I like it so much. So this is so stunning here. Wands traditionally rule the realm of passion, desire, artistry, and forward movement. Y'all are in alignment. You've been taking a moment to have that inner movement and stillness, getting that triptych together, really curating your route. I like it. Which could be around the Ten of Pentacles, but moves you steadily into that energy where everything that you're manifesting is around this goal of the Ten of Pentacles, or a further realization of your Ten of Pentacles, as it were, into the 8 of Wands, which is just steady movement forward. And I like that we're seeing more fire here, especially because the elephant is holding the fire in the trunk here. These flames of transformation, but also life, right? I want to ask you what you're passionate about. I do. I asked that because I'm really drawn to this motorcycle here. If you've ever known anyone who was a biker, as it were, a motorcycle enthusiast, they are hardcore. Like, they can talk to you forever about, what kind of bike is this. They're really passionate about it. So that's why, so that's why I want to ask you, what are you really passionate about? Right? If you love what's that saying that I'm about to butcher? If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. But it's also could be, who are you passionate about as well? Or what aspects of yourself are you passionate about that you can, further build on or manifest? I like it so much. All right, let's get some clarifiers. Ooh, we have the Hermit on the bottom, number 9. Fascinating. Kind of a close cousin of the Two of Swords, really. Although the Hermit is more of a more all-encompassing energy, where Two of Swords is like a bloop, boop, da boop, like a moment in time. All right, clarifier for Two of Swords. Gemini, this feels so good. Thank you. Thank you. Two of Swords. Yes! Gemini! Page of Wands. Listen, this is what you're coming out of. The Page of Wands is, again, we were just talking about the wands, ruling the realm of passion, desire, artistry, and forward direction, right? The Page of Wands, though, is that younger energy. It's that newer energy. This is bravery and courage and taking a chance. That's what it is. Page of Wands is about taking a chance. Taking a chance on yourself, taking a chance on your happiness, taking a chance on someone else in your atmosphere, taking a chance on any and everything that you desire, right? I love this. It's like taking this time to really get this triptych together, get specific about it, let yourself go there, and then you come out of it like, yes, I'm going for it. But you're doing so from a place of all the information that you need. Crocodile, giraffe, and hawk. You're not going off half-cocked, as it were, right? You're going forward with all the information. Your triptych is completed, right? Yes, I can't tell you how I'm obsessed that it's the Page of Wands and not the Knight of Wands. If it was the Knight of Wands, it's like, burp, burp, maybe you didn't complete this Two of Swords. No, out of this, it's the Page. It's like you're going forward with all the information that you need and putting one foot in front of the other. Okay, Gemini. Crushing on you so bad right now. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, I'm also drawn to this red string of fate. See how he's holding this like red ribbon here? Again, what are you passionate about? Or who, when you're around them or with them, this can be ancestors, elders, friends, loves, children. Who, when you're around them, do you just feel like, you're the best version of yourself? Ooh, I just got shivers when I said that. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Oh, God. I love it so much. More wands here. Yes, Gemini, better work. Six of Wands is victory. I'm feeling work for some. I mean, Ten of Pentacles, you don't say. But there's something about work here. Okay. I'm seeing something very interesting. I'm seeing like a casino. Not like a casino, I'm seeing a casino. And I'm seeing someone step up to, I know very little about casinos and betting. Let me just be very clear about that. But I see someone placing a bet and then getting back 3 times what they put up as collateral. Interesting. It's like you take a chance on something, someone, but I do feel like it has to do with work or family, something to do with family as well. It's like your interpersonal relationships. You take a risk, you give it a go, and then your return, look, it's the Page to the 6. It's like your return is tenfold. How cool is that? It's like the universe has been waiting for you to be brave. Ooh, I felt another shivvy. So this is victory and success. This is public recognition. This is success that is in your external life, in the 3D, that results in inner feel-goods, or it's inward success that emanates and results in a 3D manifestation of that inner feel-good, right? You're becoming a vibration to whatever it is you desire here. I really, 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 really like it. And I feel like there's money all over this. I do. I feel it. I feel like there's money all over this. Yeah. Okay. I'm hearing respect. I'm hearing respect. Anyone who's in a position, whether this is familial, job related, or whatever, where you feel like there's a lack of respect, or like you don't feel like you are being shown the level of respect that you really deserve. Something around respect. And this can be either or vice versa always, right? There's something about respect. I feel like you are moving into a time or a position or an opportunity where suddenly, like, there's so much respect coming at you and so much respect you're giving as well, where it feels really, really equally footed, I want to say. Equally footed. Okay? It's like not just getting a equal return on what you put out, but getting even more than you give back. It's really good. I feel like someone's going to get a job offer or have a job opportunity come up that it's like the feeling is, oh my God, you are the perfect. What's the commercial that they're showing me right now? Okay. There's a commercial over here in the States where it's like, it's a commercial for a job finding situation where it's like but it's geared towards employers. So it's like, hey, if you're an employer and you use us, then this groundhog will pop up. It's a silly commercial when the right candidate has been found. It's like, okay, not an actual groundhog, but you'll be alerted when the right candidate comes along. That's what they're showing me. You're the right candidate for something or someone, and there's no doubt about it. And it just feels like, wow, this is exactly where I'm meant to be, and I'm appreciated and respected and treated well. Feels really good. And then that has a domino effect around all the other aspects of your life as well. Again, this is going to be different for different folks, but it feels real right. Okay, Eight of Wands. Okay, I'm hearing a song, and I'm just going to say it because it just keeps going. I'm hearing the song. It's by Foy Vance, and it's called At Least My Heart Was Open. At least my heart was open. I keep hearing it. And I guess, Cupid's arrows of love, that makes sense too, but at least my heart was open. Okay. Ace of Swords. Hi and hello. I can't with this. Look, Ace of Swords, repping your air sign self. Gemini, I love this reading. Ace of Swords. That is that big down. This is the sort of truth. It's that big realization. You are moving towards your life purpose. You are moving towards a place where you just feel like you are exactly where you're meant to be and with whom you're meant to be with. And guess what? I feel like it's reciprocal. I feel like everyone in your atmosphere feels the same way about you. Ace of Swords is also about writing, written communication, and vocalizing things as well. You could be using your words in a really beautiful way. With this Eight of Wands here, you could be expressing desires, dreams, plans, feelings, right? And expressing that. And it's by speaking it out, it's like you're allowing it to grow. Isn't that interesting? It's like you're letting loose that vocal dragon, as it were. And then it's kind of like you are subjecting a plant to sunlight by speaking it. It's like speaking your dreams into reality, speaking your feelings aloud around whatever that wants to be spoken about, gives it greater life and allows it to bloom and blossom. And it all stems from taking a chance and getting that triptych together and being specific about it, right? Ooh, I like it so much. Ace of Swords, Sword of Truth. I also have to say, when these are firing on all cylinders like this, where you have an Eight of Wands situation, right? By the way, 8 is the number of financial prosperity as well, too. And I keep saying it. I just feel it all over here. Money, 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 money. With the Ace of Swords, which is that ultimate truth, we as air signs feel the very best when we have Ace of Swords working in our favor, because it's that aspect of, I just know this is true. And I don't have any doubt around what I'm saying or what I'm thinking, because it's absolute and I know it. This is major ultra confidence. And the fact that it's relating to, this is travel, messages, love, passion, all of that good stuff. So when your mind and your instincts are working hand in hand like this, the only way is up. The only next inevitable manifestation is wish fulfillment. See where I'm going with this? And I also want to draw it back to the fact this is also an emphasis on the physical. Is that 8 letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, 8 letters in this as well. 8, 8, 8. 8 feels important. Okay? 8 feels important. Are there 8 letters in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh God. And there's 8 letters in elephant. Yeah, something about 8 here. And the 8 of Wands. 8 feels especially important. Again, back to the money. But again, this is not something where it's like you're working towards this and eventually you'll start to see return. No. This is something that it does not take too long a time. Is that y'all? Why did I think this was a dragon? It's definitely a snake, although the two are similar energies, but weird. Look at this fantastic, fabulous snake. I want to point something out. When do I not, right? Okay. When a snake sheds its skin, first of all, that's when it's most vulnerable, right? The true strength is vulnerability, right? We know this. When a snake sheds its skin, its eyes get cloudy and it can't see very well. There's a blindfold. I'm just point with this is that it's about your inner knowing right now. And it's like no one can cause you to doubt a dang thing when you just know it inherently within yourself. This isn't about using your actual sight right now. It's not about, going over facts and figures from a place of, safety net or safe, or this is a safe bet. The universe is literally waiting for you to take a chance and be brave, show some courage, and then the return is pretty quick, and it's tenfold, and it's obvious. Six of Wands is obvious energy into the Eight of Wands, and is this the most positive reading you guys have gotten in a minute? Why do we feel like it is? With the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords, I can't. There's nowhere else to go but to the oracles. There's nowhere else to go but to the. What do I want? Wait, that's weird. That's weird. There was this one card from this deck on this one, so I'm going to take it. But I'm feeling some earth oracle energy for you guys. By the way, I should tell you what this is. This is Bast, okay? Beautiful cat lady goddess. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. My God, is that not pertinent? I want to point something out too. I'm feeling, I was talking about the Hermit earlier. The Hermit is the number 9 key. Cats, that saying of 9 lives. I'm really getting with this too, that this is related to this. You know how cats will kind of do what they do and take their time and they can't be, ooh, hello. I don't know what that sound was. Rushed or fussed or anything else and doing things in their own way at their own pace. There's something in that. There's really something in that. I want to point out too the Egyptian energy of this too, and I'm also feeling a link with the ancestors and the elders around you. Okay? And all the gold here for days. I mean, talk about opulence, right? Okay. I literally have no idea what that sound was. I know it came from a computer, but I don't know what it's signifying to me. Okay. Let's get an Earth Oracle for y'all. Yes. 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 Okay. I feel like the bottom is, okay, good. Clouds, shape shifting. Remember how I've been talking about it? It's all about, really discerning things. I'm getting that hawk energy of macroscopic and microscopic, and then you have the Two of Swords with the blindfold, and then the stars in the sky, and all this good stuff. Yeah, shape shifting, absolutely shape shifting. Oh, I do feel like that is a specialty of Gemini as well. Actually, oh, this King of Swords, just like, did you? I don't know. You probably didn't see that, but it kind of went like boop. King of Swords here. This is you guys in your masculine energy form, holding up that big sword here. Feels pertinent. That golden cord as well. Gold. I keep feeling this money here. Look. That is so cool. Look. Do you see the golden cord here around the sword and then the golden cord here? I'm getting writing, written communication, job offers that come through written forms like emails or postings, and then also you writing as well, corresponding through someone through writing or even journaling, right? Ooh, and the gold, and then the gold of the star. Gold is all over this thing. Shape-shifting is the key. Shape-shifting is the key. I'm getting lizard energy with this, actually. It's I'm hearing adaptability as well, but I'm hearing for you that I think that that's where you've been coming from, where you've been adapting and you've been allowing energy to come towards you to inform you what to do in some aspect of your life, right? It's like I see you receiving energy and then responding to it. I feel like you're being called to actually be the elephant, be the King of Swords with the Ace of Sword here, and be the Page of Wands. And it's a time for you to put energy out there, not just receive it. I feel like you've kind of been in an energetic waiting room in some area of your life. And it's time to just kind of like, okay, it's time for you to take a chance and take a risk and get up, like put energy out and then watch what comes back to you. Okay? Cloud shape-shifting. I'm also hearing perspective as well. And you also got island, solitude. Again, inner movement and stillness. More with these clouds here and this Two of Swords and this body of water. This is, and I got to tell you, I feel like this is also about creating your triptych. Like I said, your map, as it were. I'm also, if anyone's seen the movie What Dream Come with Robin Williams, so good. This always reminds me of the tree that's a painting in that film. And I feel like this is really directly speaking to what comes next is of your creation and design, if you so choose it. Okay, but this is a moment in time where this is an opportunity for you. It's not always here. It just feels specific to now. It really, really does. Okay, and I do feel like you're being called to be a King of Swords, right? The King of Swords misses nothing. The King of Swords sees all, right? But I feel like the differences and what you're really being called to do is assume this seated position and then stand up and move forward with what you know and with what you want. Okay? Oh, Gemini. This was so great. Okay, I really hope that this helped and resonated and all that good stuff. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I would so appreciate that. And with that being said, just thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. And thank you for being a light in this world. This is such a beautiful energy. And as always, just thank you for being you and be well. Until next time.